beginning.
In the beginning.
There was Poly.
You are now listening to
The PolyGenesis Show.
In the beginning. There was Poly.
You are now listening to
The PolyGenesis Show.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome
What's
to the
up?
PolyGenesis Show. I'm your host,
up?
Coach
Ew.
Bruce,
Not too bad.
and I'm with my lovely co-hosts, Kiana and Jasmine.
What up?
Hey.
Man, you know what?
Hey.
Man, we're going to just dive right in.
Dive on in, baby.
So guess what? So
What's up?
What?
one thing that I hate, one thing that really chaps my ass,
Ooh, chap your ass.
is that people don't mind they damn business.
You damn right. You damn right.
So I guess the topic is
Mind your damn business. Oh, shit. And I know all the listeners out there can actually
attest
agree
to this shit.
and attest.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
why people always feel the need to give you their unsolicited opinion
and
about
their
Nobody
something
advice.
asked
that
for that
does not-
shit.
right, for something that does not have anything to do with them. They
Not
just
at
want
all.
to give them their damn opinion.
You could have
Nothing.
kept scrolling.
Right. Right.
Like this.
Well, I don't think they can see you, but yeah,
Oh,
the video
shit.
can. But anyway, it's just crazy because it's like no matter what. Like, so me and Jasmine, we was out, right? This is really her story, but I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna let her
Right.
actually
Really.
tell you.
You gonna
Okay, well, tell the story then. Tell the story.
Okay. So, anywho, I was looking like a snack Monday, right? Okay.
Oh my
And
gosh.
Snap, crackle, pop.
then, okay. And I went out, whatnot. And I
She's so
posted
damn
pictures.
extra.
And I posted pictures. And then we ain't gonna disclose the name. But she goes and said, Oh, sis, you might want to reconsider that picture. And I was like, self, should I write something back?
He said,
And I'll wait.
Oh my gosh. You're so
And then-
extra.
And then I
said,
waited.
I said,
Oh my god, the way y'all tell stories is so bad. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm like this anyways. But anyways.
I said, self. I said,
Mhm. And Self was like, wait until you get home. So as soon as I came home, I was like, babe, look at this. Let me tell you something. So I replied back and I said, well, my husband knows how to run his household. And if he want me to express my
Sexuality.
sexuality.
Are you drunk? Are you drunk on the podcast?
I'm laughing.
I can't, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So
Mhm.
then let me be great, right? So then she go and responds and say, now what a response like that. We can nation build. And I'm like, nigga.
How our nation gonna ever build with a response like that? And you know what's sad is the fact that, number one, mind your damn business. All right. If it don't have anything to do with you, why do you feel the need to comment?
I don't know.
And it's crazy. It's because of, we're not saying that people can't have an opinion about nothing, you know, because
Right.
we all have opinions about stuff.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, what is the goal?
What was the
And
purpose?
What was the
sometimes-
purpose of you saying that?
Right, and guess what? She's not the only one. It's, you know, even times when you guys was taking pictures, you know, and someone wants to reach out and say something about that. It's like, it's
Mhm.
crazy because this is the reason why, the number one reason why we left religion. We didn't
Right.
leave the Most High. We left religion. It's
Right.
because of people, if you don't fit into their little box or you don't fit into what they deem is classified as right and wrong, then you done missed the boat somewhere. And but guess what? 9 times out of 10, those over religious people are the exact same very people that their lives has a lot of skeletons in their
Yeah.
closet. You know, and it's sad because it's like, why are you mad at her freedom?
Right.
If she's able to have freedom to express herself, women are sexy. They are beautiful. And so, yes, we don't mind because she have clothes that she cover up. She have clothes, you know what I mean? So, what is once again, mind your damn business. Like, why is that a concern for you about how another man or how another family is running and living their household? It don't have nothing to do with you. It's not
Nothing at
directly
all.
involving you. It's not hurting you. It's not stopping your
You still sleeping
financial
at
growth.
night.
Right. It's not stopping your financial growth. It's not stopping your
Mhm.
relationship with your husband. Like, why is it your concern?
Mind your
damn business.
All right.
Okay.
People just need to mind their damn business.
Damn
You know,
business.
but at the end of the day, it's just crazy because sometimes we bring that stuff upon us because I see if we solicited somebody's opinion.
That's true.
Right.
You know,
That's true.
like if we go to our family, right, and you start talking shit about your husband or about
Or
your girl, your woman,
Yeah.
your girl or whatever, you know, and you start talking shit about them, and then all of a sudden you forgave them, but your family don't like them.
Right.
That's
They
your
ain't
fault
forgave 'em.
because you brought them in your damn business.
Once again.
You see what I'm saying? And it's funny because of it's like, and I know we all got some stories, but I have one. And before I came, you know, before I started quote unquote pastoring the community and all that, you know, I left that though. But before I started doing that, and before I even with life coaching, I'm very, very cautious about people and their relationships. You know, because number one, I'm a stickler on not taking one person's side before hearing the other. And so a lot of times, and majority women a lot of times, but men, we vent too. They always saying what, you know, ABC is not doing ABC, and that's just still one side of the coin. You can't make a proper judgment or, you know, to help properly if you don't understand the other side.
Right.
You know, because it was this one girl, she used to this one woman, she used to talk to us about a lot about her husband, and then all of a sudden, you know, they all hunky dory now, and it just had me looking like I remember all the stuff that you was on. Now all of a sudden, and that's a natural response. It's because based off of what was being said at the time, and so and that made us to think about this. It's like, why do we continue to hold on to stuff that other people got rid of, or those people that's in those relationships? What do y'all think?
I mean, I think that when it comes to that specific thing, I think we still wrapped up in what they were saying and at the time how they were saying it. So it's like I could be, you know, forgiving and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, I never forget what you did to my daughter, or I never forget what you did to my niece.
Right.
I never forget what you did to my grandbaby.
But yet they forgot and moved on, and you still holding on to it. Like you got something to prove with your loyalty. Like, girl,
like
I'm gonna
it's
hold
just
on
a
to
whole bunch of grudges. Like, what the fuck?
But we bring that upon ourselves though.
Yeah.
Because I
that's
think
true.
a lot of times we tend to jump the gun and letting people know our business. And I'm not saying us as in general. I don't do that. But I'm just saying in generally, like I understand it's like, okay, your girl is tripping or whatever.
Right.
It's not really dudes that do this though. There's a lot of girls. But dudes do it though. Dudes are chatty. A lot of dudes are chatty.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, we go to our family and say blase blah blase blah, or we go to our best friends, blase blah blase blah. I can't believe this name, or, you know, whatever the case may be. I can't believe he did this, or he said this, and he said that, or you know, he ain't doing this. And they be like, girl, and you know, and they in it with you know, like you know, here I'm gonna show my loyalty type thing. I'm with you, girl. And then all of a sudden, the next day, y'all hugged up. And you posting shit like ride or die forever, and your best friend or your family like, what the hell? Like,
or you just forget what you just said last night,
right? Or you bring them around to, you know, your parties or gatherings, and all of a sudden they hate him or they don't like him or her. You know what I mean? And it's like you get bothered, but it's your fault.
Right. I just feel like dealing with that, you should share certain things with certain people that can handle when you venting.
That's true.
Versus
just
dropping it, on somebody, and now they looking at your nigga like,
right.
Yeah, man. And I think at the end of the day, it's just, but still, like you said, you have to be, make sure that you're talking to people that's trustworthy, because
Mhm.
everybody cannot handle what you're giving to them.
Right.
Some
Right.
people are going to mishandle it. In that case, here it is. I'm just venting, but you're not mature enough
To
to
handle,
recognize
yeah.
that. So
Mhm.
now, I say something about ABC, which is still a lack of wisdom in certain situations
Yeah.
on our part. But we say ABC, XYZ, and then all of a sudden now your family or your friends looking at them sideways, and will always look at them sideways. And then you get mad, like, yo, like, how come you don't like them? Well, you forgot what you just said to them? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
But I think sometimes, and I know I could attest to this too. When you in a hurt place, it's like you're vulnerable to say whatever, and it may not you're sometimes may not even meaning to go over and beyond and tell all the damn details,
uh-huh.
but sometimes it happens.
Mhm.
And then it's like you have to deal with the aftermath of that. And, your family gonna say whatever. They gonna be open and honest about how they feel. You done hurt, my daughter, you done hurt,
Right.
Whatever. But I just think sometimes, well, a lot of times now, looking back on hindsight, just keep your damn mouth shut. Shit.
Mind your damn business. But I can understand that, because I know we went through some things, and a part of me was like, damn, like she like threw me under the bus, they're ready. But I think sometimes family be looking for those opportunities to finally interject their true feelings.
Yeah.
Like, oh, y'all ain't feeling, oh, y'all ain't good, y'all on the rocks. Well, let me tell you something.
I ain't like that
Right.
nigga.
I ain't like that
anyway.
anyway. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
And I heard that too. And I was like, well, damn, like, just because we in a bad place, you going to actually like just expose really how you feel.
And that's
but I'm
good.
like, it's cool. I ain't rocking with your ass though, for real.
Right.
But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. And then, and once again, I think even at the beginning of what I said is that I think one thing that bothered me was they still heard your side. If we was all supposed to be family, then I never received the phone call from no rabbis, no pastors,
Right.
no family members, no nothing to say, hey, what's going on? I heard ABC and I just want to see what's up, man. You all right?
Trying to figure out what's
Nothing.
going on.
You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, so did you really care about me? Did you really care about our relationship?
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
But I think it's too
Right, or you was waiting on my downfall.
Yeah, but I think it's one-sided. Because it's when the woman is hurting, that's
Right.
when you actually hear something.
Right.
Or that's when somebody actually reaches out. When the man is hurting, you don't really hear too much about that.
Right.
I don't really hear too many stories about when men are hurting and, hey, I was just checking on you type thing.
Yeah,
I don't hear that.
Yeah, and and what's sad about that and experiencing that firsthand, and what's sad about it is the fact that we're human too.
Right.
We hurt too. And because you always see in movies when a woman falls, a man's right there to pick her up, or when something's broken or something hard, you always say, oh, a damsel in distress or woman, and somebody's always coming to rescue her. But when the man is in those situations, you like, oh, he be all right.
Right.
Or
oh, he got it.
He a man.
Yeah.
You a man. You shouldn't even be down like that. And it's like we can't have those feelings of down and being
or
human.
Just have those weak moments.
In those weak moments too. It's like
a man got to be strong,
right, at all times, and that's not always the case. That's not the case.
Right.
A lot of times men is holding on to stuff, and it's sad because like I feel that sometimes as men we get the bad end of the stick. Now I'm not saying that there's not no dudes out there that's really just effed up. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like a tree produces after its own kind. And so I think that, sometimes when you always hear some drama, it's like, oh, it's the man's fault. Oh, it's this.
You automatically assume that.
Right, without really talking to them. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so if you want to verbalize your opinion, right, at least verbalize it to the perspective of bringing some type of restitution or resolution to the situation.
But there are cases where if that is the case,
right,
the man won't even say nothing. He won't even want to talk about nothing to other people on the outside.
That's me.
So it's a give and take there.
Well, it's because I can speak for me, not men. I know with me, like I don't trust everyone. I'm cool with a lot of people.
Right. That's
I can
true.
help. I don't trust everybody with with me nor my family. And so I'm very particular of who I talk to. You know what I mean? Because first off, if I am venting, I don't want them to ever look at you guys in a bad light.
Right.
That's number one, because I care about you guys and what people think about you guys. And so I don't ever want to do that. And so, and plus, I want people to understand who I am. So if I'm saying something, they know like, okay, so blah, because they know me. Not come up and formulate an opinion off me based off of whatever is being said or done. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So that's the thing, man. This chair keep moving. But anyway, the formulated opinion. I'm sorry, it's just a little inside joke that we have real quick. Start laughing. But yeah, but that's the thing, you know what I mean? And it's just like at the end of the day, I can't keep on with it. I can't keep on with it. All right. But at the end of the day, we're gonna keep it rolling. You know, can we focus?
Sorry.
Okay, I farted. Okay, so
I need you.
okay, so I farted. So everybody want to laugh instead of moving forward. I was trying to keep it moving forward, but looking at their faces, it's like I can't move forward. Can we grow up, please? Can we be a little bit more mature? Can we be mature? Okay.
I don't know why.
Kiana just always, she just keeps it going. All right.
Sorry,
So look, all right, but anyway, let's focus. All right.
Farting is
It
funny
can't go.
for
It
some
didn't stink.
reason.
I've been eating pineapples. But look, anyway. So, we raw, man. But anyway, it's like, you know, like I said, being that man in those situations from firsthand, experiencing those things, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, automatically I was guilty without hearing my side. And what we're talking about, just because this is a PolyGenesis show, what we're talking about is when me and Kiana, we separated, but it was a consensual separation to get each other together. But because we were actually coming into polygyny at the time, you know, and we didn't have any type of mentorship or anything. We was just, you know,
it was a willy-nilly.
We were just willy-nilly and just doing it. You know, we read, we looked at videos or whatever, you know, with people doing it, and we just did it, and we didn't do it right. And so it almost cost us our marriage. And so this is what we're talking about, just to be bring a little bit more transparency to the situation. But it's like, in that situation, people didn't understand, like, everything that we did was consensual. Everything that we did, she knew about. She was always there with me.
Right.
And it was like, here it is, even from my family side, her family side, you know, people was just, and, you know, our old mentors that we had in our lives, like, you know, our rabbis or whatever, they never checked on me. They never, I was automatically guilty. You know what I mean? And it was like, damn, if you're going to be in our business, at least, you know, what is the purpose of it? At least ask questions, at least, you know, check on both parties. It was like, it was slanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's why I said it was one-sided.
It was definitely one-sided. But it's cool because it also exposes, and that's what I love about what sometimes when you're in those valleys, because it exposes those who are really for you. And it exposes the motives in people. You know what I mean? Like, damn, do they really admire us? Do they really do this, or are they just waiting for that opportunity to finally kick us?
But I think it's still up to, you know, whomever, the woman or the guy, to expose whatever they feel like. Because I know in certain
exposing,
no, but I'm saying on certain cases, like when people did come and they did ask, I'm like, we're just not in a good place right now, or we going through some issues, or in some cases I'm cool, you know, because I don't know how this, like, I already know off rip you chatty, so I know off rip that this is gonna go everywhere.
Right.
So if I say how I really feel, that shit gonna be all over the world.
Right.
So certain things, like, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna say how it really is for me. I'm just gonna, you know, fall back, be like, yeah, I'm cool.
But I would say this though. Go ahead, babe.
Well, like, from my perspective on everything, like, I think maybe that's so damn childish. No, I'm just playing. No, but from my perspective, I probably wouldn't have handled the situation how y'all did.
Right.
I would probably told the whole damn thing, like, man, this, and that happened, and that's why it's like this. Or maybe depending on who you talking to, you could have still somewhat said something,
Right.
but to an extent, like,
I mean,
type
but
stuff.
here's the thing, though. But it's like, okay, our first time in polygyny, they see me with another woman on our page.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
On my
it was your page,
on my
yeah.
page, but we didn't even have a page. It was my personal page. You had a personal page on Facebook, and then all of a sudden, it's like, ooh, so let me start asking questions. Let me start digging. So that once again, mind your damn business. But if it was cool, it was cool. Okay, you're concerned. But if you was truly concerned, you would have checked on both parties, not one party.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Or really to understand. And this is why I don't like judgmental people and I don't like religious people, because they always try to throw the Bible down your throat when they broke several commandments.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Number one, be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to get angry. Be quick to listen. Look, listen to the situation. Listen to the before you come in with a judgment that's pronounced on me or pronounced on Keith. You see what I'm saying? And it's like people always quick to try to quote Bible verses and don't live it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And the very stone that they cast on you will be cast on them. And they don't understand, these things and these principles. It's like, okay. And then on top of that, it's like, here we are, starting polygyny for the first time. So it's different for everybody. It's new. Mm-hmm. So this is also for you guys that start in poly. It's going to be new. You're going to take hits. And this is what I was going to say before Jasmine even said anything, especially to your family that don't know you're in this. When you start to really expose that situation in your life, be prepared for people's opinions. Be prepared for hate. Be prepared for love. Be prepared, because now it's out in the open. You see what I'm saying? You cannot control what people say to you. But you can choose to either defend yourself or not to defend yourself. And some things, it's like, look, you're going to let my life speak for itself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Prepared to lose people.
Yeah,
right.
That too.
And so like when we get to like when we came out of that religious circle, we still have a lot of, so quote unquote religious minded people on our page and that's following us. And so when they see something, they try to compare it not to what they believe is, they try to compare it to what they believe is right and what they do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem. We always try to project ourselves on other people.
Right.
Everybody has their own relationship, their own walk, their own life, and what they believe. And it's funny because during our meeting this morning, I remember and I was like, wow, belief is a strong thing. Mm-hmm. Because no matter, it's like a person died for their beliefs. A person, their whole world is shaped according to how they believe. Yeah. And so who says that Christianity is the way? Who says that, Rabbinic Judaism or Hebraic walk is the way, or Muslims or whatever, that's the way? That's just your belief. And in your belief, you find hope and you find peace. That's the same across the board with anybody else.
That's true.
Whatever they believe, like some people might believe in earth worship, some might believe in spirits and nature. Mm-hmm. That's just how they find their hope in the way to cope with things in life.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like we have to stop. And number one, mind your damn business. Mm-hmm. And number two, if you feel the necessity to reach out to somebody to see what's going on or whatever, get to understand that person. Right. Get to understand the situation before you just
be more of a private conversation versus
and not
being
out in the open.
Public.
Yeah, not out in the open.
And that shows your heart too, and the type of spirit that you in as well.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now, but Jasmine, you had a couple of stories. About minding your damn business.
Yes.
Oh, I got some too.
Okay, let's hear them. You saying
but this time I was really minding my damn business, but somebody brought it to me, and I felt like
was this when you was younger? I know you're young, but is this when you was younger? That's the question.
Literally like 3 years ago.
So this is older.
Yeah, I was pregnant with Faith.
Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, but
can she tell her story?
Go ahead.
But yeah, I was pregnant with Faith, and I just remember my sister coming home was like, "Hey, come ride with me," and I'm like, "Is it gonna be food?" And she was like, "Yeah, I give you some meat. Just come ride with me." So we in the car, and I know she was going to her dude house. I'm like. First of all, it's early in the morning.
Pass popcorn, Kim.
Huh?
I was saying pass popcorn.
Right.
I want no damn banana chips. Anyway, go ahead.
It was early in the morning, so we all got in the car, drove to her dude house, and she went past, was like, that nigga here. And I'm like, okay, so now what? We're here. What we doing? So she parked all the way at the end of the block in the cut in front of the church. Okay, it was a church on his block. And
not the church.
Yes.
Not the holy place.
So then she was like, we're just gonna sit here for a few. He's supposed to be getting up for work. Let's see. So I said, so you got me out here for a steak out without no
steak.
Okay, so we sit there for about 30 minutes. And I dozed off. All I know, she was like, wake up, bitch. I said, what? She was like, you see that bitch? I said, yeah. Okay. So she pulled up. She put it up real slow like this, rolled the window down, was like, was like, who that bitch? And I was like,
he said,
hey,
who that bitch?
Right. And I was like, damn. I'm like, I gotta fight this hoe today. Okay, cool, let's go. So all I know, she got the car. She slapped him. It was like a scene from a movie. She slapped the taste out of his mouth. His glasses went over there. And
she kung fu.
And I blinked for like 2 seconds. And I know he had my sister like this, choked up, right? I said, okay, now I got to get out the car. Okay. So I pulled and parked the car and got out the car. And I was like,
you're not going to say anything
sister.
That's going to incriminate yourself in this story.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Just checking.
Not this story. I'm safe.
Oh my gosh.
Even the police rolled past, so I'm safe.
Okay.
So I got the car with my pregnant stuff, okay, and he wouldn't let her go. So I'm like, okay, so we just gonna have to get down today. So I'm behind him because he got my sister like in like the headlight type front, like that, showing her up, right?
Up.
Yeah, that. So I in the back and was like, nigga, get off of her, right? So I was punching him all in his face. I didn't give a damn. And then you see the little ugly girl over there telling me, I just
was she really ugly,
home.
or you just?
No, she was ugly.
Okay, because
I was
sometimes
even
women
trying
like
to be
the ugly
petty.
girl, and she was cute.
Right.
You
Nah,
know, anyway, okay.
I ain't like that, but she was ugly.
Okay.
Had them same clothes on she had on the night before. But anyways, it's another story.
Well, she didn't have her whole bag
Well,
packed.
she should have bought a whole pack.
Oh, we got whole bags coming too, you guys. So
Yep,
you know,
yep.
be on the lookout for the whole bags.
Whole bags.
Anyway, all right.
Ooh,
That's a plug.
whole bag. Okay. So the girl was like, I just want to go home. I got time for this shit. And I was like, bitch. I said, you think you're finna get in that car? I said, it's my sister's car. Her name on that car. So he picked you up in her car.
He said, I just bought that car.
Yeah.
With the cool record pedal.
My sister did. So she was like, I don't give a damn, but I know he's gonna take me home and all of that, right? And all I know is every time she said a word, I got a little closer. And I said, bitch, I'm gonna beat your ass. So then he unlocked the car door and she hopped in the car. It was like this. I'm ready to go. And I was like, I'm still gonna beat your ass. So I told him I unlocked the door, right? And she got the car and she had her little knife. I'm like, girl, you still gonna get beat up. So then my sister was like, I started running across the car because I was finna snatch her out. And my sister was like, she did one of them grab down. She was like, no. And I was like, damn, just one hit. But anyway, so the girl got in the car and was like, and y'all out here fighting over a nigga. She was like, that's your baby daddy. She thought the dude was my dude, but it wasn't my dude. I said, it's my sister's dude. Why you talking? But anyway, but I'm sorry, I get mad every time I think about this story.
You know that was 3 years ago, right? It's like it's still there in you.
Because
So the moral of the story is mind your damn business. And also ask questions before you go somewhere.
I wasn't thinking like, oh, we was gonna be out there fighting early in the morning, and then them people just got out of church. They come past like this, be out there fighting. It was like
on a Sunday morning.
On a Sunday.
When you arguing with a fool or fighting with a fool from a distance, you can't tell who's who.
You right.
But we did get warned. Like, one of the people that came out the church was a sheriff, and he was like, you might want to go home. Okay. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy because here it is that sometimes, people put you in a damn business.
Yeah.
True. That is true.
But yeah, it's crazy. Like, I didn't have a story like that, but I think
yeah, that was a story.
That was a story. I got more though.
What's yours, Kiana? I know you got some.
Right.
Mine's is recent.
It is.
Yeah. So there was a sister that we used to be in communication with when we were more religious, and we were coming out. I think we were first coming out with our stuff, the
after hours.
Yeah, the after hour stuff. And so she did reach out to me and inbox me,
right?
Which was cool. I respected that. And so she said that, well, I see that, or I heard that you're, going, coming out with a sex show or something, or sex education. Please refrain from doing that. It's not holy. And I'm like,
bitch.
Really? And so I'm like, of all things, like, you ain't got to watch it. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to tune in. You ain't got to do none of that
What is
stuff.
holy? Vagina got a hole. The penis got a hole. Together, it's holy. It's plural. Anyway.
So we going back and forth. And I just told her, I was like, you know what? Because she asked about my religion. Was I still Hebrew? And I said, that's not up for discussion. That's none of your business.
Right.
No, you mind your damn business. That's
mind your damn business.
So, like, I just felt like at the end of the day, like, what I'm doing ain't got shit to do with you. It shouldn't affect your ass. It shouldn't do none of that stuff.
Right.
Mind your own business. Sweep around your own front door, like the old folks used to say.
But what's sad about that is that no matter what, like, it's not religion. Is not sex a part of life?
Sex is a part of life. It's a big part of life.
So I know that I've learned a lot of things through going through like sex ed class, certain things like, oh man, I didn't know that. Or Kegels, right. Oh shit, I didn't know that. So it's like because somebody actually had the freedom and the liberty to discuss certain things, because a lot of times, especially in relationships, you might want to reconsider.
Yeah.
You might want to consider, because what you think is probably cool because y'all both religious or y'all both ain't telling each other, stuff. But like, once again, why is that their problem? Worry about your own house.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, like, I get it. I get it. Because sometimes
I don't get it.
I'm saying from the perspective of if something is really doing something that's damaging our community, that's damaging something, I can see. Right. Now, people can say, well, sex is not damaging the community. Right. How you think you got here? You know what I mean? And so,
how you think kids got hurt?
Right. Or how you think some of your kids didn't get here because you swallowed some of them. Anyway, it's just like at the end of the day, it's like, at the end of the day, it's like,
hello,
we really have to.
Women.
No, it's just like at the end of the day, it's like, if I'm saying something to somebody, I'm gonna be like, look, I don't know what's going on, blah blah blah, but I'm just trying to figure it out.
Right.
Oh, okay. Like, and figure it out because you my boy, you my girl, you know, I look up to y'all or whatever. So it's just something that's out of the normal that I don't see.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
and
if I ain't
That's
talked to you
different.
in a while,
now, if you ain't talking in a while,
that
that's
was the case with her. Like, I haven't talked to you in a while.
damn opinion.
right. And it's like, but I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, still, because you know, sometimes people fall out of communication. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, I'm not used to you being like that or acting like that, so I'm gonna ask what's up. But even if I do act, now it's all about the approach. Because if I ask and you tell me ABC, well, don't you supposed to be this? Don't you? So it's like now, what was the true intent behind you asking? Because you always trying to shove religion or condemn somebody. Because once again, who say that the way you do things in your life is the right way? And it should be everybody. We all human. We all different.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, that's why I stopped that. I just hate, I don't like dealing with judgmental type people and those in their perspectives. It's like, okay, that's what you do. That's what works for you, but it's not. But that's what works for you. That's fine.
But I'm like, even in that too.
And we all swallow our kids differently.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know what to say.
Oh my gosh. Moving on.
I'm sorry. Wow. No, but I was gonna say, it still all depends on too, like what if you don't know that your husband has like a sexual need or something,
Right?
And you are the way that you are. You're not making that known to him that you can help,
Right.
but you down somebody else that's actually doing that.
Right.
But I'm like, worry about your man.
You know what's crazy is, and like I said, what's funny about this is this, because that also goes for the man. Sometimes women don't know, or men don't know the sexual need for their women. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because it's like, I talked to a woman one time, and I know that she struggled with, liking girls, and I'm like, well, how do you know that that's just not the way you are?
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, how you know that that's just not the way you are? And so what happened was, she was like, well, what you mean? I was like, well, if that's what you like, then that's what you like. Because that's what she was saying. She was like, well, I don't know if I want to get into polygyny because I just like women, man. I like their bodies. I like their asses. I need to. But anyway, but she was like, but yeah, because I know how I used to be, and I don't want to, bring that fire to me and whatever like that. And I said, look, I understand where you're coming from. I said, but have you ever considered that that's just maybe how you are?
Right.
That's
I said,
true.
no matter if you're in polygyny or you're in poly anything, that's just how you are. You're not going to, stop yourself from looking at, looking at women like that. That's just how you are.
Right.
I said, but at the end of the day, it's like this. At the end of the day, it's like, you have to be free to be who you are. You have to be free of who you are. And I think a lot of times that we have a lot of depression, a lot of this because we're throwing on masks, and we're fighting against who we are, fighting against what people might say and what people might think. Look, you do your business, and everybody else need to mind their own damn business. That's just the way it is. And so you just have the key to your own happiness. Other people cannot have the key to their own. I know when I talk to my therapist, that's one thing that I found out. I found out that, hey, I was giving everybody else power, and I would feel depressed, or I would feel in a certain way because I looked for their approval. And when they didn't give it to me, I felt powerless. Right. Or when I was, you see what I'm saying? And so it's like, you have the key. No one can make you empowered. You have to already automatically be empowered. You have to already feel that way. You see what I'm saying? And so once you start doing what makes you happy, stop worrying about what other people are going to say. Because guess what? No matter if you're doing something right or not, you're going to disappoint somebody.
Oh yeah.
So you continue to do your business, and everybody else need to continue to mind their own damn business.
That's true.
Because guess what? Everybody that always have an opinion about your life probably don't have a good life. That's the reason why that they're hating on you.
That is true.
And so, we're gonna, I want you guys, in the comment section or on our IG, or PolyGenesis, at PolyGenesis Show on IG, also on YouTube. and also on iTunes or Google or whatever. Put in the
Facebook,
comments,
too.
some things that you guys discussed, or you could DM us too, and with some things you guys discussed, or some things that you guys went through, and let's have a chat about it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I just really believe that if we continue, first off, we have to continue to do and be who we need to be.
Right.
You can't be who everybody else is. You got to be who you need to be. And also, if you continue to mind your own business, study to do your own work, and show your own self-approve, that your direction in life and in whatever family or business that you're trying to build would be even that much more successful.
Absolutely.
Why are we continuing to look at what other people are doing or measuring our success by other people?
That's true.
You can never measure your success, good or bad success, by other people. You can only measure it by yourself, about your today and your tomorrow. That's the only thing.
Absolutely.
You are the measuring stick to yourself, not other people. So, like I said, you guys, if you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel.
Please subscribe.
Subscribe to us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Instagram.
We need all the love and support that we can to get the message out. And we just want to continue to encourage everybody to mind
your damn business.
This is Bruce, Coach Bruce with PolyGenesis, Kiana and Jasmine, and we are out.
Peace.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, there was Poly.